Kia ora, Tuari, and everyone joining in the meeting today. And can I start by completely aligning myself with Michael Baker's comments? Indeed, I think the way that the response to the Delta variant outbreak has played out in New Zealand absolutely vindicates the Global Commission on Drug Policy's call in the report released this week that it's time to end prohibition. When you keep people in the shadows, as we do, for people who use drugs which are classified as illegal and irrationally so, then it's impossible for mainstream public health responses to reach them. I think we all see that the elimination strategy bought New Zealand a lot of time, and in particular it protected the most vulnerable groups, among whom people who use drugs are clearly prominent. But the failure to adapt strategies to ensure that there was reach to all corners of the community through appropriate avenues has really been very, very damaging to the health and lives of people who use drugs and to others who are not reached by mainstream approaches. And I think our public health system really needs a fire lit under it to recognise yet again that one size fits all is not going to work. But just a couple of words on the report that we released this week, and I am currently chairing the Global Commission on Drug Policy. It is the 50th anniversary year of Nixon declaring the war on drugs, which the UN drug conventions, of course, have enthusiastically promoted, along with the International Narcotic Control Board and the UN Office on Drugs and Crime. It's also the 10th anniversary year of the Global Commission. And when it began, its aim was to end the taboo on talking about the things we're talking about today, because it's really been almost an off-limits discussion in the past for politicians and people in public life to call for an end to prohibition. So the Global Commission is very, very determined to keep the debate out there that the drug conventions let the world's peoples down. They're counterproductive. The war on drugs doesn't work. This needs to change. And there's two key calls in the report which we've issued. One is to start that process of dismantling the conventions and rewriting global drug policy settings based on science and evidence and based on health and human rights considerations. This will not be a short-term endeavour given how embedded the global conventions are, but they're wrong and there has to be a change. And secondly, we're calling for the World Health Organization to have the lead role on the classification issues, because again, you look to a health-based body to say how substances should be regulated. And the really prohibitionist blanket approach has been very, very damaging in ensuring access to controlled medicines, particularly for pain relief. If we look at where you can access pain relief, as many need to with particular health and disability conditions, most of it is in first world countries, and a lot of the world goes without access. And again, you can take this back to a very, very repressive and regressive drug classification and control process. So those are the two key points that we are highlighting. We do have the report online now. The whole video of the launch is online. I want to thank the Drug Foundation for its constant support for this kaupapa, and also the support given to me to participate in a meaningful way in debate at home and abroad as well. Thanks for all that you're doing. And just to end on the note of the battle against the virus here in New Zealand, without the Drug Foundation sort of raising its voice where it counted, we would have had even less response than we've seen to the needs of people who use drugs. But for me, it shows conclusively why prohibition is wrong, why criminalising people is wrong, and how we have to work in appropriate ways to reach all corners of our communities. Kia ora, and thank you.